Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Justin and Brandon over at In the Zone Gaming, and today we're going to be doing our tier list of the best Warzone players, ranking them from S tier, which is the best, all the way down to D tier. But one thing we got to remember today is that even though somebody may be down in D or C tier, these are still the best of the best players in Warzone. So everybody take that into account. So if you're in the D, you're still probably top. I think we have 40 players here. You're top 40 players in Warzone right now. So I think that's a big W.
Yeah, I think it was
In
47
everything.
total that I have.
Okay, there we go. 47. So,
Give him the exact number.
but yeah, we're gonna go player by player. We won't go out of order or anything. And then for us, like we kind of bring a different perspective. So we obviously watch a ton of Warzone gameplay. Um, I think we've watched like every single one of these guys like pretty vigorously, like for probably the past like since we started doing this in like end of September, beginning of October, and then obviously we watched them before we did stats. Um, but a lot of these guys like came to light through us doing this. So we're going to use their stats from tournaments along with like how we think and we've seen them perform in like play scenes and everything. So I guess we'll get into it.
Yep. So first is Doug. Doug is raw.
Ooh, Doug's a beast, man. Doug is like I don't know. Doug is really good, but I just feel like a lot of people don't really put like as much respect on his name because he doesn't play in like a ton of tournaments, except for like the really big ones.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets a team. I mean, like I have the thing here. Like we've done tournaments for him. He's played in 5 tournaments and he has a 7.12 KD. Averages 17 kills a tournament. So I mean that's pretty good. I think he was the 8th best KD or 9th best KD on the top 10 for season 1.
Yep. And we're
So
purely basing this off season one stats, right?
yeah. Just off the past like season. I think
So it's
this
like
would be
the
something.
past 2 months, basically, right?
Yeah, I think this will be something we could do like at the end of every season.
The tier
And
list.
maybe the tier list will change. Like that might be cool. So like if you're in C or D on this one, you could bump up to like B or A or
And we
like
can even
you're
add new
A.
people.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
All right. So where are you putting Doug?
Um, for me, I'd probably put Doug like high B.
I was gonna say B
Yeah,
too. Just because
yeah,
I mean he's a beast, but we've only 7 tournaments that we have so far. I mean, and
yeah.
he's not like one of these. I think he said he's gonna start playing in more wagers, so we'll get a little
hmm
more data on him, watch him play against those, best of the best more often.
Yeah,
So, but yeah,
for
for
sure.
B.
I think
All right.
that's a good spot for him.
Yeah. Next up, we you got colors.
Oh, colors. I like this is a good one because I feel like Colors is actually like, especially in this season, this meta, I feel like he's done really well. Um, when I watch him and Evan play wagers together, sometimes they're one of the only teams that ever really beats Rated and Aiden in wagers.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's good, man. He's pretty consistent too. It's not very often that he has a bad tournament or like bad set of games.
I'm
Man, where
I'm
would I
kind of
put
stuck
him?
on this one. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, I'd probably put him like B plus, low A, just because the way I'm trying to measure it also is
Yeah,
the players I'm gonna put in the tiers. I already know who all my S tier players are, and now I'm trying to
yeah.
measure people
I
below those.
Yeah, I think how we talked about it. I think we both have the same S tier players, but um, yeah, I guess
I
solely.
think I would have to go A with him. Yeah, I think I'd have to go A. I definitely think he's a better player than Doug from what I've
Yeah,
seen so far.
I, I think so too. I think that's a good way to rank it, and he could go like down into like high B depending
Yeah.
on how the list turns out.
Yeah, and
But as for
that
now, A.
yeah, and then as we
And
finish it out, we could wrap it up and make any changes, obviously.
yeah, and then just for like everybody's perspective, Colors has played in 12 tournaments that we've done stats for in season 1, and he has a 5.64 KD and averages 14 kills a tournament. So it's pretty good.
I'm basing it
He's
off
up there.
wager competition though too, not only
Yeah.
tournaments.
Oh yeah. No, yeah,
All right,
for
next
sure.
up is Dad Bod.
Hmm. That one. Oh. Hmm. He's good. He's a solid player. I would say I would say B behind Doug. for right now because I think he's a really solid player.
I don't feel
Um,
like he's played enough 2v2 tournaments or
that
wagers.
that that's what I was
I've
just
seen him
gonna
in a lot
say.
of the kill races.
That's what I was just gonna say is that I think the 2v2 kill races take like a little bit more of like they're a little bit more meaningful, I think, than the kill races. And he's played in a few of like the mainland tournaments for the 2v2s, but they haven't really him and Promise haven't really performed that well. But I still think he's a solid player, so I think B for now.
Okay. Next up, we got Attract.
Attract. Hmm. Yeah, I would put Attract in B too. I feel like he's kind of like the same as
Would you
like
say between
yeah,
Dadbod and Doug?
I would say between, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say he's a little bit better than Dadbod, but still not as good as Doug.
All right. Next up, you got Almond. I know where I'm putting Almond
Oh,
already.
that's a S tier player,
Okay.
baby.
All right.
That's an S tier
I'm
player
just
all
double
day.
checking.
Almond is nasty, man.
Yep. Next up, Aiden.
Oh,
Yeah,
above,
I mean, I shouldn't even have to ask. Like,
above Almond.
oh man, Blast.
Oh, okay. Personally, from what I've seen, I've been watching Blast like a lot lately. I really, really like him. Um, like I love his gameplay. I think his gameplay is very similar to Aiden's, but he just like I mean, we both know he just switched over to
Warzone.
full-time Warzone like
Yeah.
a couple months ago. So, or maybe not even a couple months
I
ago.
think it
Like,
was at the beginning of this year. He said he's gonna switch over.
okay, yeah. So, I mean, he's super cracked. I would say A. I would say A. I think he's an A level player.
Even with only watching him in a couple tournaments, I mean, there's not a lot of like.
I watch him play a lot of wagers, and he's super consistent. Like he's super consistent when like it's money on the line, and there's like I don't know, there's something on the line.
Okay.
I think
Oh,
he's an A level player.
above or below colors?
Mm, just off like gameplay, I think above.
Okay.
Just personally for me.
Okay. Bobby Puff.
Hmm. Bobby. Bobby's like super solid, but I don't know. I don't think he's as I don't know. I don't think he's as talented as the 5 player or the
I think
7
his
players we have
focus
up
is
here.
more on the content creation than the competitive
Yeah,
standpoint.
that's true. He's super like he's a really good teammate. Like
Yeah.
that's why Bobby always does really good in the 2v2s. Like he's a solid player and he's a good teammate. He knows how to make the right
He's
decisions.
the support player. He's not the I'm
Yeah.
gonna run at your face.
So I would say probably C.
Yeah. Clutch Bulk
That's A tier
it,
player.
above the other two, right? Blast and colors.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I like that. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Next up is Delio.
Oh, why did Dillion take a break? Um, gosh, I don't know. Let me see here. So Delia's taking a break for like I don't know, like it seems like the
it's
past like
fit.
couple of
I was
weeks.
gonna say it almost feels like the
Month,
entire month of
yeah.
February.
So we did 6 tournaments for him. He has a 6.52 KD with average of 15 kills. Like I think,
If you're going off purely on stats, you'd have to go an A then, because that's the same exact stats colors has.
yeah, I'm not going purely off stats. I'm going off like so I would say A level player behind colors. Because we all know like what Dilio can do and like how he's played in like the past.
I have a
Even
feeling a
at the
couple
beginning
of
of
these
season
people
one.
we're putting in A are gonna drop to B towards the end.
Yeah, that's what I feel like that'll happen. Like just with how many people we're gonna have on the list,
Next up's
it'll even out.
Destroy.
Oh, that's A level above clutch, I think.
Biffle.
S tier,
S tier.
right
Okay.
behind Aiden.
Uh,
That's the second best player in Warzone.
you, I'm trying to think. Like, I can't wait for him to be done with school because like he's so
Oh,
good,
dude,
but just not being able to watch him in tournaments just kind of puts like a buzzkill. Like
it doesn't even matter, bro.
everyone knows how good he is, but just
He,
like,
yeah, he's the second best player in Warzone.
Nicole.
Um, I would say B. I would say
But
high B. I would say above Attract. Maybe even above Doug. That
um,
kid's nasty.
he did. I mean, he won Twitch Rivals too with Gavin
Yeah,
and them.
that's a private match.
I mean, it's they still had to pop off in some games.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't basing it off that at all. I mean, I think he has like potential to put up like really really big games.
They beat some pretty notable people in
Oh
2v2s,
yeah,
him and Picnic.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think personally, I think above Doug on B. I don't know how you feel about that.
I would.
I think he's the best B player right now on there.
Okay. Lennon, I would put Lennon in A. I've only
Yeah,
known
yeah,
Lennon since the beginning of this year, but the dude's nasty.
that's an A level player.
Okay.
That's behind Clutch Belt, I
Okay.
think.
Louis CM,
Louis, I would put in B.
above Doug or
No. Mm, I don't know. I've only seen Louis play in like a few tournaments. He's really good. Let me see. Let me look at the stats too. Because I mean, I wouldn't put him in A.
I would put him B too.
Okay,
I
I just
just
don't
don't know
know.
where. Yeah.
Hmm. He has a 6.11 KD through 6 tournaments. Average 15 kills. Doug had a 7 through 5.
But
So I
they
don't know. Like I
like
would say
pretty
behind
even
Doug.
then.
Yeah, I would say right behind Doug. Barely, but barely right behind.
FIFA kill, I would probably say A. I don't know how you feel. I would say he's nasty. He was on PS4
Yeah,
smashing people at a
I want him
disadvantage.
just because of how good he is and like how well he performs. I want to put him in S, but he just doesn't perform like in the 2v2s, or he doesn't have a partner to play with in the 2v2s.
Yeah, if he gets a partner and we can start seeing more of him out.
So I would say A. I would say the best A player. I think.
You think so?
You-
I would
Um,
say he's pretty
if
dead even with destroying clutch
yeah,
and
if
Lennon.
he
I think these four are like dead even, if I'm gonna be
okay.
honest.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. He just it's dude, like I don't know.
It's
He just always puts up numbers. Like I think he's the kill race king.
when it comes to bot races, he's disgusting.
He just will just like I don't know how he does it, bro, but he just wipes teams and never dies. It's just insane.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean I think that's a good spot for him.
Okay.
He's an insane player.
Finessing.
Finessing probably B. Like I would say maybe like a low B, like a mid B. Right behind Louis, I think.
Really?
Or maybe above Louis. It's weird because like Finesse was doing good for a hot minute, and then he kind of just like fell off in the past like month. I haven't really seen anything.
Should we almost? I'm almost wondering if we should just go through, say where we're gonna put people, and then rearrange at the end without really like going into too much detail, or how?
Either way, I mean,
Because I think once
I think
you
he's a B player regardless. I don't think he's A level player.
you said it above
Do
Louis
you?
between Doug, I'd have to double check the stats, but if I remember correctly, he was pretty much frying. I would say low A, but
He has
he
a
was.
5.85 through 6 tournaments.
Mm. All right, Frozone.
Um, B. Frozen's a solid B, and he's only played. I mean, I want to put Frozen. I think Frozen's an A level player
Frozone's
because
just too
he
inconsistent for me.
he is inconsistent, but he also won the Subliners tournament, which is like the very first big tournament of the season.
Did
And
they? I
I
thought
think a
they got
lot.
second with
No,
Clay.
they won. I think they won with Clay.
I thought they got second with Clay. Because didn't it
Did they?
TP and them win that? TP,
Oh, that's right. TP.
Doug and Noobs on that.
Wait, no, that was the Toronto tourney?
I thought that was Subliners because Subliners was a
Oh yeah, because he
2-day
replaced
event
Tifu,
and
right?
Tifu, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, still, he got second in a 100K tournament, and he was playing with the COD pro who didn't touch the game at all, and Neslo, who was a retired COD pro. I mean, he carried that team. So I just think I think if he played more in tournaments, he's an A-level player. But right now, I think like mid B, like in the same, I think in like same category as Finessing and Louis. I don't know if you agree with that or not.
I would say he's B. Now, where do I put him in B? I think I may put him like below
Closer to the
attract.
end.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just
Yeah.
too inconsistent for me.
Yeah.
Iceman Isaac.
I feel like Isaac's kind of the same as like Bobby.
We're on
A
the
little,
we're on the same page there.
I think a little bit better, but I don't know. It's a toss up. That's a flip of a coin, I think.
All right. Intex.
Intex, oof. Hmm.
I would probably
I
put
want to
him
say, go ahead.
in mid to low A.
That's what I was thinking. I would put him at the end of A right now. He's kind of like, he's like kind of like an up and coming. I feel like
Yeah. All right. Next up, Salim.
that's an S tier player.
I don't matter if he's on EU ping. Man's
Yeah.
pride. Like,
Yeah.
Lucky is next. I only put Luck on his name. Whoops.
I would put him right behind.
I would probably put him B for now, just because he hasn't played
Yeah.
enough tournaments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever you want to put him, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's where I was thinking.
Mutex.
Great minds think alike.
I would say like around like Dell colors, probably.
I don't know.
He doesn't play enough tournaments for me to be able to put him in S.
Oh,
He's a good player. Like
he's a good
if
player.
he
He's
played
not
in
an
more,
S tier player.
if he played in more tournaments, I think he could be S tier though.
I don't think so. The thing that about Mutex for me is that like they either doesn't matter he plays, he either gets a lot of kills or no kills. That's how he plays. Like,
Oh, he plays very full send.
oh yeah, and it's like that shit doesn't work that well in 2v2s. That's why like when him and Aiden were playing together like a long time ago, they were either like winning tournaments or they were like getting knocked out in the first or second round. Because they would either put up a ton of kills every game or they wouldn't do that great. So I don't know, but as of lately, I would have put him in B.
Really?
But yeah, I mean, he literally didn't play tournaments at all this whole season.
That's true.
He literally
I'd put
didn't
him.
want to
I'd
play.
put him like high B though.
Yeah,
right
I think
there.
he's the best B player.
Yeah. Noobs S.
Yeah, it's S tier.
No question asked.
S tier.
Z laner, I would say, going off of this, if you asked me last season when we were doing stats, like towards the end of last year, I would have put him S. This year he's kind of had a little rough.
Yeah, he's A, I think. Yeah, I wanted to put him. I want to put him in S because I know how good he is, but
I don't know where to put him. I'll just
I'm
put him
thinking.
around these people because they're
Yeah,
all like
that
the
sounds
same.
good.
Promise.
Good.
Would you put him like
Promise?
same as Dad Bod?
Yeah, low B.
Trance.
Trance is good. I'm trying to think. Do you think Trance or Louis is better? Because I think he's a B player.
I don't even know. What does the stats show?
What does the stats show? Louis, I'm gonna base it off that. Because I think they're around the same like skill level. So Louis has a 6.1. Trance has a 4.57.
Nah.
So I don't know. I mean, if he's not in, him and Mike Revolt play so good together. That's why I'm thinking that. Him and Revolt always do good in 2v2s. I don't know. What do you think? What was your like initial thought?
Oh, B.
Okay.
I would say probably around the level of attract.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, he's not better than Louis.
Picnic.
Mm, that's to me, he's a high B. Kind of like around the same as like Nicole. I would say he's better than Doug. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good spot. That's a S
Rated
tier.
S. Yep. Scummin.
That- Oh, dude. Okay. This was the hardest one for me
He's
because
A for me.
that's what I think. I want to put him in S because I feel like he's
Because
as
nobody
good
could
as
guard him.
Destroy. Nobody can guard him, bro. He's unguardable. Not even that. That can't guard him. Dude, like I don't know, like he could be so. He's another one, bro. Like I think if him and Noobs would duo, they would win so many tournaments. I feel like that's such a nasty duo. But I guess yeah, for now probably A.
Where would you put him? An A.
Dude, he's so good. I don't know. Where do you think?
I'd put him towards the top.
Yeah, I'm thinking like above FIFA. Maybe even above Z-Laner. Yeah,
You think
that's
him, Bell can destroy the best A players?
mm-hmm.
Then you'd step back to Z,
For
FIFA,
for
Lemon.
this season, yeah.
Okay. Smitty.
Ooh, man, that kid's a stud. He's gonna be nasty. This like this season, I think is gonna be really really good for him. Um, probably I would say B for now, like a high B. He's a good player. Like right, I would say behind Picnic and Nicole.
Okay.
Yeah,
Stu's A for me.
yeah. Stu's A. I would say above like Blast, like the same as like Lennon.
Evan.
I think that's an S tier player, in my personal opinion.
Even as of late,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna.
He doesn't. He doesn't have his duo.
I know. I get that. I think we may have a discussion about that. I'm not sure.
I
I
don't
would say
know.
he's high A. He's around Belk Destroy for me.
Nah, he's better than them. That's what I think.
If I'm going off season one, I'm saying he's around Destroy and Belk. Probably even below them right now.
Mm,
I understand he don't got his duo. Don't hate me, Evan. Gavin, Unrational.
I think Gavin's the best. I would put him in A, low A.
Around Intex.
I would say above. Yeah,
Vap.
that's A. That's nasty.
Around the same
Same around
level
the same
as
as FIFA and Leonard.
all the E-Boys Wars.
B.
IB or
I would say behind like as of late, like mid B. I mean, we know how
Exact.
nasty it can be.
Yeah, Exact.
Mm,
Socking.
like I would say like mid B.
Should be. I was gonna say the same. Swag.
Low A.
Appo.
A.
Mid, low.
Yeah, around like the same as like Unrational. Let's say like right above Unrational. That's where I would put him.
Jowo.
I would say around the same as a little bit better, but around the same as like Exact.
Booyah.
A. High A.
Tommy.
S.
TP.
Why'd you move Evan over there?
Where'd I move Evan? He's still an S though. I just dragged that shit over, bro.
He's trying to get you down, bro.
Nah,
He's trying to get you down.
I just dragged you over.
Oh.
TP.
B.
High B, low B,
High B.
mid.
High B. Right behind Smith. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Revolt.
I would say B.
Round
Right.
Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Huskers. S.
S.
Okay. Otter.
Low A. Like behind swag.
I shouldn't put Symphony in here. He said he's not playing anymore, so I'm just gonna leave him like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So for S, we have Aiden, Biffle, Almond, Jukies, Noobs, Rated, Tommy, Evan, Huskers.
That looks perfect. So okay, so
Like,
in my opinion, this is how I think about the tier list, right? Is that I think like those players are all the best players right now. And they're all very, very like equally matched. That's how I think about it. And then everybody below them is like trying to catch up to those guys. So like A is really, really close.
see, I
B is
think, oh,
closer. And then C is like getting there. That's how I think of it. Like I just think that like all the players in A are really good, but I don't know. Evan's nasty, bro.
I know Evan's nasty, but if I'm like, I'm trying to think of like this season, like, I don't feel like he was as nasty as last season. I think everyone in S is a step above Evan.
Like if I had to rank the order for the S tier, it would be Aiden, Biffle, Rated, Noobs, Almond, Jukies, Evan, Tommy, Huskers. Like I think Evan's better than Tommy and Huskers.
There's no shot.
Oh, I definitely do.
I wholeheartedly just gotta disagree with you there.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But we can put him wherever you want. But I think he's an S tier. I think he's one of the best players in Warzone, and he's above anybody in A. That's how you have to look at it. Like he's better than everybody in A.
I think he's on the same level as Destroy and Belk.
Nah.
I would put him high A.
Evan has a 6.1 or 6.1 KD through 18 tournaments. That's consistent as fuck. 17 kills. Clutch and Destroy only play in like 2v2s. So Clutch has a 6.6 through 7 tournaments. And Destroy has where's Destroy have? Destroy has a 6.58 through 7 tournaments. They only play together. That's why I think Evan is better than them. Because Evan can play with like other people and makes other people better. He's like that kind of player. Whereas like Destroy and Clutch, they only play with each other. They don't play with anybody else. I feel like when they play with somebody else, they don't do good. I feel like that's what makes like all those players in S tier
Who are
really,
they
really
playing
good.
with in the? Was it the Toronto 100K where they're frying?
Oh, Bobby Puff.
I mean, they
Oh,
were.
Bobby Puff's a good teammate.
I know that, but like Destroy and Belk were dropping numbers in that tournament.
Yeah, but they're only playing together. That's what I'm saying. Like they always have their duo.
I mean,
It's like Rated and Aiden.
yeah, I was gonna say like they have their duos. So like, what does
Yeah,
that
but Rated and
mean?
Aiden are a clear step above those guys.
I know they're a step above them, and they're a step above Evan too in my
You
eyes.
put him wherever you want, bro. Evan's an S tier player. That's what I think. I think he's better than Destroying Clutch Belt.
I'll leave him there. But
okay, yeah. I mean, wherever you want. I don't really care. That's just my personal opinion. I think Evan's better than Huskers, especially in this season. And if we were basing it off this season, you can't have Huskers in S if he's not as good of a player as Evan. That's just what I think.
Give me a second here. How many tournaments did Evan play in?
18.
18. Okay, never mind then. Because
Why? What were you looking
I
at?
was looking at the stats. I was like, Huskers got a 6.93, and he averaged 18.
Mm-hmm.
And he only played in those big tournaments, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, bro. I guess it's just a difference of opinions.
Yeah, I would put Husk above Evan personally. Okay. S is done though. Well, let's move on. A tier. Is there anybody you would move down? I think I'd move down Colors. Now that I'm looking at maybe colors and Dell, I'd probably move down.
Yeah, that's a good. I think that's good.
All right. So
Yeah.
destroy Belk, Scummin, probably the top three A's, like A
Mm-hmm.
plus.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'd have like Z, FIFA, Booyah, Vap, Lennon, Stu, Blast at like a A, and then everyone else like a A minus, or
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah, that's good.
okay. Then B is Mutex, Colors, TP, Dell,
The B's
the
good.
the Knicks, Smitty, Doug.
I don't think.
I just wish we had more data for Lucky because I know Lucky is so nasty,
Oh yeah.
but I just haven't seen him enough in tournaments. But I feel like he'd be like a A minus, high B.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could move up. Like he could move up. TP could move up. Doug could move up. Mutex could move up. Like those guys could all move up if they played in more like Frozone. We all know how nasty those guys are since the beginning of the game. Joe
Yeah.
O2, like Wars. Those are all like they could be A-level
Joe
players.
was just one of those people he'll only play in like the big tournaments. You won't see him in
Yeah.
like those 2K mainland 2v2s,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then isn't the only thing Joe's really won was like the Vic Star or the
Yeah.
KD Cap
And
2v2s?
he was playing with Huskers.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point. He's good, like he's cracked, but I don't know. Tourney time, it doesn't really like he's not as good as like any of those A-level players. It's just a
But
difference of they were talking about it today. It's just a difference of like um a lot of those guys like except for like Swag and Booyah,
mhm.
all those guys are playing in tournaments all the time, or they're playing wagers every day.
Yeah.
That's how they're getting like so good. I don't know, but Swag and Booyah, I don't know, they play good in tournaments. I don't know.
Would you move anyone around in B though? Like someone you'd put up
To A?
top? Not saying to like A, like if you had to go B
Oh,
plus, B minus, would you like move anybody around?
I think for um,
Like say if you had to do like Mutex through the Knicks at like a B plus and then Smitty through I don't know, whoever at B and then whoever through whoever at B minus.
I would say I would move Joel and Exact down personally, just from like basing off this season. Um, and Attract would move up a bit. Uh, I guess it's fine. Like they all are like around the same skill level to me, so I think it's fine. I think it looks good.
I can see what you're saying, but like Joe, Exact, and Attract, I'm looking at their stats right now. They all actually have very similar stats.
Yeah, but Attract plays in a lot more tournaments. Like even ones that we haven't even like done. He does like the CMG ones, like quite a bit.
Yeah, I know he's had a rough time this season.
Yeah.
All right, so the list is good. You will not move anybody around.
Nah, I think the list is good. I think that's a solid list. I think that's the best list that's been made, in my personal opinion.
I'm just trying to think like I don't know. I feel like it's a good list, but I also feel like we're missing people. I don't know. Do you feel like we're missing anyone on the list, like off the top of your head?
No. There's like some smaller streamers in there that I could think of, but like
Arrays, IQ.
yeah, like I would
Um,
put those guys in B, like IQ and Arrays. Um, who else? I think that's really it. I think the few other people that like Aiden had on there, like they don't really play in tournaments. I didn't really want to do a tier list where it's like
yeah,
there's
that's.
people
I mean, that's
like
why.
5 people in NA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just that doesn't make any sense really to me.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up here.
Yeah, I think that looks good, bro.
All right, you want to close us out? Make sure
Nah,
everyone.
you
I'll do
can, you
it. All
can.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here is the final look at our tier list. You guys would go ahead, like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, please. We're gonna be uploading more podcasts, more content. Kind of do like a Sports Center top 5 plays of tournaments we do stats for and stuff like that. Um, Anything to help us out, any retweets or anything like that on Twitter would be greatly appreciated. And you guys all have a great night, morning, day, wherever, what time it is you're watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.